Good morning guys. Going on a ski trip is a huge deal. It takes a lot of planning and a lot of organisation, and often there are a lot of mistakes that are made, whether you're going for the first time or whether you're an experienced ski traveller. So today I'm going to talk about the biggest ski travel mistakes that you can avoid. Okay, so now we're moving on. Numbers 5 to 11 are going to be about packing and pre-flight checks. Number 5, this is a huge mistake, and that is checking in on the day of your flight. Remember when that used to be the norm? It is far easier for you to check in the night before, and you can do this from the comfort of your own sofa with a laptop. You can actually check in via your phone. So if you've got an iPhone, things like the Apple Wallet, you can actually have your boarding pass physically on your phone. But if you prefer printing out your boarding pass, do it the night before. This is a far easier option to do than checking in on the day of your flight. Number 6 is forgetting your passport. It's pretty self-explanatory, and I know it sounds silly, but it has happened to all of us. The easiest way to avoid this is if you're in a group of people, or if you're going as a family, have someone who is solely in charge of looking after the passports. And make sure again, the night before you go to the airport, they have those in a secure place that they're not going to miss or leave at home. So whether it's straight in that bag that they're going to be taking in their hand luggage, or in a wallet with all the other details that you have to have printed out, such as visas or maybe your boarding pass that you're taking with you on your flight. And number 7, this is a really important mistake to avoid, which is packing all of your ski clothes in the same bag. Bags go missing all the time. So if you're going with more than one person, even things out into the group to make sure that in each bag there's enough to go around so that people can have the basics to go skiing. And more often than not, if you don't have the essentials when you checked, if you ask nicely at ski equipment hire shops or at the hotel reception, they will have things to help you out there. But just to be safe, make sure you get your packing sorted. Think of jackets, think of ski socks, think of gloves, think of the trousers as well. Number 8, this is a big one too, not packing enough adapters and cables. Now look, families will fight over cables. Take that from experience. So you want to make sure that you've got enough cables to charge all of your devices, your laptop, your phones, your tablets, the GoPros, because they're huge. You want to take those and capture all that amazing footage. But adapters are equally as important, because in Europe or in America or in East Asia or New Zealand, wherever it is that you're going skiing, you're gonna need that, otherwise that the plugs you've got from your home country, they don't mean anything. Number 9, not checking the weather the night before. Too many people make this mistake. And what do I mean by this? Well, I mean, first of all, you need to check the weather between where you live and the airport that you're heading to, so that you know that there's not going to be any issues or added on delays. The second thing I mean is you want to be checking the weather in the destination that you're going to. You're going to always have the risk that there's going to be snow. If you know, for example, that there's going to be snowing in the resort that you're going to, then you can make sure you've got the appropriate clothes on when you arrive at the airport. It's also making sure that you know exactly how long your transfer is going to be now, with the added time forced by the weather. Number 10 is forgetting to set an alarm the night before you go to the airport. Remember, the day that you are going to the airport is a day where you're going to have lots of things going on, and you want to get things off to the right possible start. If you have an early flight or an early transfer, you want to make sure that you have enough time to leave home or to leave your hotel to get to where you need to be. And this is especially important on the last night of your holiday, because it's more often than not you go out with a bang, you go out and you have some drinks, you have a nice meal, maybe have a bit of a party to celebrate what a great week it has had. And then it is so common for people to oversleep, and they're rushing around to try and find a way to get to the airport. So just set an alarm. It's a simple thing to do. Make sure you give yourself enough time so that the next day is just that bit more smoother. And number 11, as a request from a former rep and on behalf of all reps that are going out to work this winter, please do not drink between the time that you've left your home until you've arrived in your ski resort for the start of your holiday. Listen, if you're going out with a group of mates or you're a young group going out for partying, you're going to go out during the week and have a fantastic time and you're going to have a lot of drink on it. But not only do you run the risk of causing disruption on your flight out, but you also run the risk of causing a lot of disruption on your coach. But also added on to that, you run the risk of upsetting a lot of other people's holidays, particularly in that coach on the way to the resort, and also people that are living next to you in your hotel. So please just be considerate of those other people around you at the start of your holiday. Hold the drinking until you get into the resort on that first night, and then by all means go out and have a fantastic time.